ICI News Canada Summary, Highlights of the Week with Angelica Cifuentes. Welcome to ICI News Canada, your trusted source for the most relevant news stories in Canada and around the world. Here are the most notable news stories. While there is no confirmation that Purolator or UPS will completely suspend shipments in the event of a Canada Post strike, Purolator workers, represented by the Teamsters, have pledged not to handle packages identified as coming from Canada Post. The move is intended to show solidarity with the Postal Workers Union in its fight for better collective agreements. A potential strike could lead to shipping delays, even if Canada Post chooses to hold rotating strikes. This scenario shows union tensions as unions demand better conditions and guarantees for their members. Former President Donald Trump claimed that he would resolve the war in Ukraine in just 24 hours if he returned to power. This statement was criticized by the Kremlin, which doubts its viability. Russian analysts also point out that any peace proposal would have to align with Russia's strategic interests, which seems unlikely under Trump. Russia stresses that it will evaluate the former president's actions, highlighting the current geopolitical complexities. Could Trump realize this ambitious plan, or are these just promises? Despite recent trilateral tensions between Mexico, Canada, and the United States over economic and security issues, Mexico reaffirms its sovereignty, rejecting provocations related to migration and drug trafficking. On the other hand, both countries are working to strengthen the USMCA, seeking to promote employment through the integration of supply chains in North America. The balance between cooperation and sovereignty is essential in this relationship. What do you think of the joint efforts between Canada and Mexico? The unexpected rise in unemployment in Canada has led the Bank of Montreal to adjust its interest rate cut forecasts. The current weakness in the labor market could influence the Bank of Canada's future policies. This situation reflects the challenges between promoting the economy, reducing inflation, and combating unemployment, which reached 6.8% in November 2024. Emerging sectors are growing, but areas such as manufacturing are facing challenges, impacting labor availability. The Canada Revenue Agency has confirmed that the contribution limit for the tax-free savings account will remain at $7,000 for 2025. This program, since its introduction in 2009, has offered citizens versatile options for saving with tax advantages. For those who have not maximized their previous contributions, the accumulated space reaches $102,000, perfect for purposes such as retirement or studies. If you are looking to optimize your savings, take advantage of this financial tool. In response to the physician shortage, the Ontario government announced that starting in the fall of 2026, medical schools will significantly limit the admission of international students, prioritizing local students. In addition, they will cover the tuition fees of more than 1,000 students interested in working as family physicians in underserved communities, allocating $88 million to the initiative. This policy aims to ensure that doctors remain in the province, thus compensating for deficits in rural areas. Returning to his hard line on immigration, Donald Trump, now president-elect, has named Tom Homan border czar. Homan will oversee not only mass deportations, but also security at land, sea, and air borders. Homan has pledged to lead the largest deportation force in history, acting in an organized and humane manner. The appointment underscores the new administration's priorities on security and immigration. The Canada Post strike is already affecting thousands of Canadians, with approximately 185,000 passports held by Service Canada. Given the disruption, all that remains is to wait for service to resume, and in an emergency, to pick up the documents at local offices. This disadvantage highlights the importance of alternative routes in work disruption contexts. These stories are intertwined in a panorama of economic, political, and social challenges with local and international repercussions. Remember to subscribe to our platforms on YouTube and Facebook like ICI Noticias Canada to stay up to date. Thank you for joining us.